Hello and welcome to the first show of Mix It With Music. I'm your host, Jared Gerschwitz, and on tonight's show we've got an up-and-coming band from Northampton who've been making waves in the UK and over in Amsterdam. All that to come, but let's give it up with their brand new song, Love Me to Death. It's Garden! That was Garden with their brand new song, Love Me to Death, coming out soon. Be sure to keep an eye out for it. Now, on to the main event. We have the members of Garden here joining me on the couch. Please welcome Cam, Tom and Fred. Welcome, lads. How are we doing?
Wonderful, thank you. How are you?
Fantastic. So to start off, we do have to make a little disclaimer here. We don't actually have the full Garden here, of course. Your drummer, Will, is missing, so please don't panic if you're a Will fan. He is still in the band. He is, isn't he?
Just about, yeah.
All right, good. Good. He's on thin ice, but he is still in the band at this stage. So how do you guys all know each other?
So we first met at school. It was just a boredom thing. We just didn't have anything to do, and we found ourselves in the music department just writing these songs. And then suddenly, we didn't even play a show for the first 6 months of being a band. We were just rehearsing and just enjoying like making music and stuff. And then eventually, we're like, oh, let's go and play them to other people.
Awesome. So it just started as a jam thing. There was no sort of moment of someone going, "We should start a band."
So initially, it was you and Will who started, and then I met you because we did music together at sixth form. And then we formed the band with Jake, and then we got Freddy in afterwards, and
fantastic.
The ball just started rolling from there. Yeah.
Brilliant. So, what made you choose Garden as a name? Why just Garden?
It was just a name that was our friend suggested it at the start, and it just stuck. There's no crazy story behind it. It was just always there. And we can't leave it behind now.
Well, no, you're too sentimental.
Even though it's not that cool a name, though.
So how long, so 6 months without your first ever gig, before you performed your first ever gig.
Yeah.
How long in total since you started sort of jamming until now? How long has it been?
Me and Will, the drummer, we started writing together when we were like 14. I'm 21 now, so it's been like 6-7 years, yeah. But we've been in the band for, I don't know, 4 years together, maybe.
Something like that. Maybe 3 years.
Yeah, Freddie's our newest. He's our newest cub.
How long have you been in the band, Fred?
I don't know.
Really soon.
Like literally like 2-3 months.
Yeah.
His first gig was when we played Amsterdam recently.
And he's felt every second of those 3 months.
Fantastic.
I felt him.
Been able to keep up, Fred, or
just about.
Certainly put him through his paces.
So obviously you're playing gigs. You've got a following. What do you think it is about your live performances that keeps audiences coming back and keeps them enjoying your show?
I don't know. I think in terms of live, I think we've only just sort of started to become the band we've always wanted to be. It took us years to work out how to like put across our, what was in our heads live. I think in terms of live performance, I think it's just we're not the best performing band. We're not the best musicians in the world. We're just sort of just four mates who really enjoy playing together.
Yeah, we have fun on stage.
Great, fantastic. So back in September last year, Garden played a show in Soho, and they also got up to a few little things while they were in central London. Let's take a look.
I reckon Pearl Jam, Radiohead, and then right now, Edward Shuffle Magnetic Zeros. Big fan.
Foo Fighters, Wolfalice and Pearl Jam.
Right now, I'd say Wolfalice, Monsters and Men probably, and right now I'm into The National. I think they're very good. In general, I'd say I'm really into film soundtracks and like game soundtracks. Really love Skyrim soundtrack, like Lord of the Rings, that sort of thing.
Wolfalice, cool. First time I saw it, I didn't listen to anyone else for just under 5 months. Like literally no one at all.
Not even his girlfriend.
And I listened to it. I listen to a lot of music though, so I reckon.
Yeah, that is a lot.
If I had to pick one album, I'd go for Massive Attack. Not gonna lie to you, I'm embarrassed the amount of hours I've spent listening to this album. It's so good.
I think the first one I listened to was Fake Plastic Trees, because Will got me into it. Radiohead, yeah. I really got into it really that much when I was like 19. And I just something crazy, especially this album like Kid A and stuff.
I can't remember the specific age I was when I first listened to it. Like, the production on it is just incredible though. I just love how dark the album is, you know what I mean?
We really we were influenced by massively, like Sad Smile and stuff, now songs. Like we literally referenced like the drums as well for a lot of the bands. And we didn't hit anywhere near as good as it, but we tried our absolute best.
Brilliant. So whereabouts in Soho was this?
I have no idea. It was in this random record shop. I have no idea where it was. We just got
I can't remember.
You're not London locals. You don't know that. Don't know the lay of the land. That's understandable. And when it came time to picking out your favourite album, was it a difficult choice? Did it take you long, or was there a lot of labouring over this one or that one?
There was a lot of good albums there. It was quite difficult.
I think picking your favourite album, it does come under different brackets of your favourite album in terms of nostalgia. You can have your favourite album when you were a kid, or you can have your favourite album now. But I think you can never have the same favourite album. It changes. For me, it changes every week.
One of the best things about music is how it changes. So would you say that those albums you talked about and the artists you talked about, would you say that they're definitely the inspiration for your band and why it's made you the band you are today?
I'd say no. We have so many influences.
Especially
nowadays.
I don't feel like the actual like records we picked on that day are like super influential to us. Maybe us individually, like ever so slightly, like subconsciously or something like that.
I think we've just learnt as well as we've got older to take things from records as well, and not ripping something off, but for example, like one of our new songs, Sad Smile, when we were recording it, like on the Ben's Radiohead album, we really were inspired by the drum sounds in that.
Yeah.
I think you just find different things that you.
Pulling from different inspirations.
Yeah.
Would you say that there's one sound that you sort of, when you were first starting the band, you were like, yeah, this is us, this is what we want to aim for? Any band in particular? Or was
Not
it,
really.
let's just throw some stuff at the wall and see what sticks?
I think that's why, because our music is so eclectic, if I don't mind saying so myself. But all our songs do really sound different from each other. And I think it's just because we have so many influences from, Pearl Jam, Prince, Wolf Alice, Monsters and Men.
Each member of the band is into like really different stuff and takes different influences from like really different like artists and stuff, which we all kind of bring that together.
To make this horrible formation.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. Now, recently, Garden have been shooting their first music video, I believe, for your song White Wolf. We've thankfully got a sneak peek for it, so let's take a look at that now.
Until I'm ready to love you.
Right, so this is super exciting for you guys. Why did you choose White Wolf off of your album for your first music video? What made you choose that song?
I think it's probably our favourite song maybe off that EP.
Yeah, definitely.
And it seems to be the song that out of a lot of the older stuff that seems to resonate with people maybe the most.
Like when we play live shows, it's sort of the song that everyone knows when we play. It's the one that everyone gets most involved with, I'd say.
Well, you hate to admit life's a popularity contest, but of course, if it's going to get you the most views, it's going to get you the most views.
Absolutely.
So, first music video, fun?
Yeah, it was good. It was different than what you think it's going to be.
It was cool. A lot of near-death experiences, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to hear more about these.
We were filming at some crazy locations. Our manager took us like an abandoned factory and stuff like that. We had to do some crazy shots in some very unsafe structures. Let me just put it that way.
So just sitting around going like, we're going to do one more take and then we'll see if the building's going to collapse. And if it is, we'll maybe think about getting out.
You sort of think when you're doing a music video, it's going to be very Hollywood, but it's not. You're just standing in a random field.
In the rain all day for about 10 hours straight.
Well, I mean, you've got to expect rain in the UK, really.
True.
So any sort of main inspiration behind your idea, or is it just following the story of your song White Wolf?
Not really. I think in terms of story, I really wanted to do. I always find it really interesting in like postmodern ideas of crossing boundaries between, almost like winking at the camera slightly. I like the idea of being aware you're in a music video. So I think we wanted to do the idea that there's a narrative going on, but also our presence is felt there as well.
Fantastic. Great. Well, be sure to keep an eye on their social media to keep out for any updates about their music video. And now we're going to move on to a new game. It's not a new game, but I'm going to claim it until someone else does. We're going to play a game of Most Likely. So I'm going to give you all a couple of scenarios and you individually have to decide who is most likely to get stuck in that situation. So, first one, most likely to get mugged on a night out.
Most definitely. I think you would be a very easy target.
Easy target.
I mean, absolutely. I think you're like literally like the target for muggers.
Yeah.
Like you're a mugger's dream, basically. That's what I'd say.
I mean, now everyone knows. So after a set, please don't actually mug Cam.
The positive thing, I haven't got anything to rob though, so my phone's broken, I don't have any money.
You're just as poor as the guy mugging you. So.
Alrighty, next one. Most likely to mess up in a set.
Oh,
Hello.
Fred, Tom
Fred's
does sometimes.
It depends how much I've had to drink.
Yeah, I remember one time we played a show in London somewhere, and Tom played the whole song, or half the song in like the wrong key.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
Not great to admit that on camera, but wonderful. Most likely to get lost in a city you don't know.
Tom.
Yes, most definitely be.
Yeah,
I'm the worst co-pilot when we're like driving anywhere. I'm the worst with directions. I just can't deal with that at all.
Alrighty, and we'll go into a bit of a quick fire now. So just say a name. So we've got best at accents.
Me.
Yeah, I'd say
Me.
Most savage member of the band.
Will every day of the week.
Absolutely.
Shame he's not here. Worst driver.
Me.
Oh my God, yeah. We'll tell you a story after.
I don't know if we
likely-
can say it on camera. But
Most likely to get kidnapped.
Me.
Cam.
I mean, same thing with the mug thing. It's just taken further. Most likely to win in a fight between the band members.
Fred.
Yeah.
Fred, I'd say
yeah,
Fred.
I'd have them all.
I'd back you,
Absolute
Fred.
unit.
I'd back you. I'd back you.
Funniest member of the band.
Not Cam.
Will, I'd say Will for me.
Yeah, I'd say Will,
He's
yeah.
really funny.
Well,
Yeah.
Will, you've missed out on all of this high
know.
praise. You've really dropped the ball here. Biggest lightweight in the band.
Will.
Yeah.
He will, yeah.
Yeah, most definitely will.
I just said that, and then they've ripped you to shreds. You don't defend yourself. Most favourite member of the band with fans.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tom. I've had it.
I think you maybe.
I've had it before where we've played after a show and Tom will be with these group of girls or something and they'll be like talking to him and they'll go, oh, Cam. And this honestly happened before. They were like, oh, come over. And I came over and they went, can you take a photo of me with Tom? I was like,
that did happen,
I was
actually,
your
yeah.
own roadie.
Yeah,
I was
so great.
That
I
did
also was
actually
on
happen.
that stage.
That was
Yeah,
actually really
fantastic.
funny, yeah.
Brilliant. And last one, most likely to spend the most money on a night out.
I think that's me without a shadow of a doubt.
Maybe Fred, actually.
I've come close.
I'm an absolute liability.
Fantastic. So you've answered all my scenarios. Fantastic, guys. Feel like Will got a lot of praise there. So recently, Garden have been seen in Amsterdam for Gig Starters Artist of the Year. Didn't get to see them. Don't worry. We've got a clip for you. Brilliant. So that clip was of you performing in December. So you were originally submitted for the competition by your manager in October, as I understand. What did it feel like to find out you'd made it to the finals?
It was really surreal until we
didn't
got there,
believe
yeah.
it was happening, did we?
Because we didn't know we were entered. We only found out that we were in the last 15 thing, and then suddenly we were just there. It didn't really, you didn't really think about it until it happens, which is a lot of these sort of experiences and stuff. But
Well, especially sort of it's all online, and then all of a sudden it's
yeah,
in
exactly,
person.
yeah.
So I heard you had some issues getting there. What happened?
Wow.
Well,
I'm already looking forward to this story.
We haven't got enough time for the whole story, but I'll give you the short story. We were meant to get to Amsterdam about 4 a.m. on Friday morning. We ended up getting to Amsterdam about 5 p.m. on Friday night.
About 10 minutes before sound check.
Yeah, it took us 24 hours to do a 6-hour journey. It
Wow,
was a
amazing.
nightmare.
Clearly, some of that getting lost in the city. Clearly,
Yeah.
Why were you driving, Tom? Really, that's the question. So it must have been exhausted to play the show. Still managed to do it. How many other artists and groups were you up against in the finals?
3. So there was
We're up against
girl,
2 others.
a girl called
So there's
Jade
3 of us.
something, and the Happy Suspended.
I think that's what they were called, yeah.
They were really cool as well.
Fantastic.
really
And
good.
how was it playing in Amsterdam, where sort of the only reason they'd known you is online?
Yeah, it was cool.
It was amazing,
It was sick,
yeah,
yeah.
it was really cool.
I think there's a slight, you don't really know if people know what you're saying as well.
Yeah.
When you're talking out and you don't really understand. But then people seem to come and talk to us after and so they enjoyed it and yeah, it was good.
surprised.
Wonderful.
How good
And
it was.
final question: did you get Artist of the Year?
No,
No,
it was bullshit.
unfortunately not, no.
Next time. But congratulations on all your success. Thank you so much for
Thanks.
joining us, these guys.
Thanks for
And
having
be
us.
sure to keep an eye on their social media for everything coming up for Garden. That is unfortunately all the time we have for today. Thank you all for watching. Up next week, we've got artist Ciara Gabrielle to talk to us about her new and interesting album she's just released, as well as how she connects with the community and shares her voice. Thank you all for watching. A special thanks to Small Town Records and, of course, our guest tonight, Garden. Such a shame we have to finish the show, but on a high note, we've got Such a Shame by Garden. Give it up for them.
Feel sick with grief, like someone died. Turns out the only blood on your hands is mine. Why can't you see? Not yours to find. When you meet demons, won't you say hello to mine? I knew I've overdosed, can't say goodbye. Think the words are just a way for me to make it feel alright. Who am I? Say who you were. Say who you were. Who am I? Say who you were. Say who you were. Don't think you're understand I've been lost for a while, looking for something to make it okay, then we're losing time. What do you know? Just write about your brother and killing yourself, no inspiration to get out. You say it's such a shame you can read my mind, perceiving all my thoughts about the current state of life.